dark. You might be attacked. So I'm just going to go get the crayfish nets that I put down last night, and we'll see, well, crayfish net, and see what's happened. It's exciting.
Got no money, I got no right. Think I got lost in your flawless eyes.
Coming into the water point at Great Bedwin, and it looks like there's a little bit of an event going on. It could be like a cycling race or a little triathlon. We're doing okay, but it is very hot. I think we've done 4 locks so far. We're sharing them 2 on 2 off. There's a lovely little breeze as well, which is helping hugely. Managed to grab morning coffee in between locks. We're just coming up to the next one. I think we've done, what have we done, 4 or 5? 4.
This is the 5th one we're about to come to.
Oh, okay. Right, well, yeah. I know it's hot, but it's coffee time, so it's got to be had. It's warm, but we're coping with it. We're drinking loads and loads of water. We had fun and games in a lock a few back now before Little Bedwin, which we'll tell you about, I think, when we get a moment. It involved lots of wind.
Just as we were coming into the lock landing, which is over there, the wind got hold of the boat and we couldn't get off to take a rope. So we've been blown over here into the reeds. I'm just going to have to stay here and try again.
So one thing you've got to be is dynamic. You've got to be able to quickly change your plans. So we've decided we're not going to stop for lunch. We'll just have some lunch on the go, and we're going to push on to try to get to Hungerford. It's only 1-2 miles, so it's not too bad. But we seem to be working well as a team today.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arm. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monster someday or bed.
Push! Harder!
Liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you. You
chatting with Michael over the walkie-talkie and he's not got it with him, so he can't hear a word that I'm saying. So this is Cobbler's Cottage. It's at the Cobbler's Lock. It's currently for sale, but the only roadside access is over the river, which in winter you need a 4x4 to get across, and anybody who comes to visit you needs a 4x4 to get across, and taxi drivers and do Waitrose deliver with 4x4s. Anyway, it seems very expensive, but it is very pretty. Last little walk into Hungerford now. We've got a lock and a swing bridge, and the swing bridge is over the middle of the lock, so you've got to, once we've got the lock filled, you've got to open the swing bridge in order that the boat can come in, and then once the boat's gone down in the lock, let the boat out and then close the swing bridge and close the lock gates. When we came through last time, I couldn't open the swing bridge on my own, so a very kind lady who was walking a dog came and helped me. There aren't many people walking dogs in this heat, as you can imagine. Just had some willing volunteers to help me open that swing bridge. They were very, very kind and gave me a hand. Cows are on the way. I've a sneaky feeling this is their bridge. Do we think those cows are waiting to come over and use this bridge? They're all heifers. Yes. Oh, getting a bit. Oh, am I scared of cows? They're getting a bit frisky.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed. Deep in the
Might be attacked.
liking for you is all I do. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for
Need something for that throat. I've got some strepsils for bad throats. Do you want one? Would you like one? Strepsil? Works for me.
But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you.
Guess they live here and we don't. So we've just stopped in Hungerford. This is the only place there is to moor. Stuck off the bank a bit on a corner, but is what it is, right? Just hand me that peg, kid. And we've got a stern rope on, but I'm just going to put a spring on as well, just to make things a little bit stronger.
Excellent, excellent rope work. Hopefully there won't be too much boat movement for the next 2 days.
It's too hot.
It's roasting. I'm favouring an ice cream now. I did make reference to a Magnum double caramel.
It's a toss-up between a Magnum double caramel and a gin and tonic.
Well,
or a cold beer, which I've got in the fridge.
or both. I need an ice cream.
Yeah, right, let's go get one. Mission accomplished. You got what you wanted?
Oh, absolutely.
What is it?
It's a Millionaire's Caramel Magnum. Not a traditional mooring, but we're in. We can't get on at the stern of the boat. As you can see, it's a bit weedy and we're a bit overhanging, but we're secure. And there, that's our shady spot. And that's me. So you're excited about your new purchase?
I am, yeah. I've got myself a crayfish net. I was inspired by Miles from cruising Alba, who also has a crayfish net and catches the signal crayfish in the rivers and canals. They're an invasive species. They're an invasive spirits. They're an invasive They are an invasive species that were introduced into the UK in the 1960s to try and combat a plague, a crayfish plague that was happening. And they thought that if they brought them in, they'd solve it. But it happened that once they brought in from North America, also had the plague as well. So they were then introduced into obviously it was to try and clear the plague up. They were introduced into the waterways, and now they've taken over, and they've killed all the most of the indigenous population of crayfish. They're burying into the canal and river banks and causing huge problems. So it's actually illegal in this country it's legal to catch them. You need a license, which is free. You get them online, and I've got my license. If you catch any of the signal crayfish, it's illegal to put them back. So all I do is I've got a big zip here, which is for getting them out, and I just use tin sardines, or I've seen people use fresh mackerel or something like that, but I just put some tin sardines in, bob it off the boat each day, and it sits on the bottom, and then lift it in the morning and you get some. So I put it out for my sins last night, and this morning actually got a couple. You can tell this is a signal because he's got the red underneath his claws. So yeah, they're quite aggressive. Oh, watch your fingers. They're actually quite unique in as much as they can they can lose claws, and often apparently you can catch them and they've only got one claw, but they grow them again. It's quite unique for this species. To be able to grow them, but it's going to have my fingers off as well. So I'm just going to go get the crayfish nets that I put down last night, and we'll see, well, crayfish net, and see what's happened. It's exciting.
Da-da, da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I count 9 in there. They're huge. Look at the size of the claws. Crayfish pasta. Yummy, yummy.
A lot has changed since we last spoke. Life's been good to you, and I see that you're with someone new. Maybe you are better off now that you're with him. But when I see your face, I can't stop myself from spiraling.